You will sleep better than you have ever slept. You've never been this relaxed. Are you ready to change your life? I'm Rusty Diamond, certified hypnotist. You don't need to leave your house. You can stay in your bed. You can stay in your favorite chair. You just need a computer or your phone. You can get a hold of me. Stay at home. I'll make your life better.
Hypnosisisgreat.com.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Boom, Miss Rusty. What is up, everyone? It is today. Today is Friday. It's Friday, so do your Friday stuffs here. Do your Friday stuffs, whatever your Friday stuffs is. Welcome to the Public Access Podcast, the podcast. Now, the podcast out of Pennsylvania, Intercourse, Pennsylvania. And today's cool, man. So, podcast. There you go. That's going to be, you guys will get that one too. The Stealing La Bamba, making it podcast. So, thank you everybody for being here and listening or watching. If you guys don't like my face, you can check us out on Spotify or iHeartRadio or Amazon Music or I don't know, whatever you want to listen on. You can check that out if you don't want to look at me. If you're listening to this and you're like, hey, I wonder where that guy goes and I wonder where that guy goes. I wonder what the guy looks like. Go check this out on YouTube or Rumble if you're a Rumbler. So let's bring on my guest right here, right now. And my special guest right here and right now is back for his third time, I believe, Sean Young.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Dude, so all right. So Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah.
Lois Einhorn. Her name is Sean Young, correct?
Yep.
So how does that work with you?
And I've had many people that are like, "Oh, are you related to the actress?" No, I'm not.
Okay.
I actually, funny story. I got to change my name when I was younger, so I changed my name from what it originally was to Sean Young.
Because of the movie
No,
Ace Ventura.
no. So, so long story. I had my mom's last name. I wanted my dad's last name, and I was living with my dad. And he was like, "Hey, we can go get your last name changed." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And he was like, "If you could change your first name, what would it be?" Now, my first name was Richard, which was my dad's first name, and my brother's first name. So there's three of us living in the household with Richard.
So it's like George Foreman.
I was about to say it, like the George Foreman, right? And so I said Sean. And now I don't know why. Well, I know now why, but when I was a kid, I didn't know why I picked Sean. But
Why
it was
was it?
because when I was younger, I was infatuated with Shawn Michaels.
Okay. All
Mm.
right.
So I picked Sean, but I SEAN, right?
But you did the Cian and
Yeah.
not the Sean.
Yeah, I did the CN, the Irish spelling, right? One of the
Right.
variations of Irish. And so dad said, "Okay, you picked your first name, we're changing your last name. What would you, if you could change your middle name?" My middle name was Adam. I literally switched a few letters and it's Allen. So Sean Allen Young from Richard Adam Garris.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what happens? Do people ever bring up the name as a name? Do you have like, because I know people now, some people don't want to associate with their old name and stuff anymore and get something like, o- offended almost as hearing
Yeah.
their old name. Is that something with you, or are you like if someone calls you your other name, does that do anything, or you just like that's my name?
No, it doesn't bother me. And as a matter of fact, I haven't been called my old name for a very, very long time. That happened. I got my name changed when I was like 11.
Okay.
And yeah, so like 24 years now. So anybody who would have known the old version of me is probably either dead or I don't associate with them.
Okay. So then that works.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, well, I forgot what they call it. Where he's like, don't call me my, is it dead
Dead
name? Is
name,
that what,
dead.
dead
Yeah, people
name?
call it dead name. I don't get
Yeah.
offended by it. There's
Okay.
like not a lot that offends me.
Yeah, me neither, man. I get people that call me my other name, and it's like,
That's not my name.
yeah, not
That's
my
not my
name,
name.
motherfucker. Come on, come on, come on. And yeah, no, I don't care, man. But yeah, dude, I don't know. So, fuck, man. It's been a little bit, and uh, you're doing more and more podcasts. You're turned into your network within a network.
Kind of, yeah. I have my Recover Out Loud stuff still going on. During the month of October, I did like spooky content, which was fun. My last episode was a Catholic exorcist, which absolutely blew my mind, right? Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
you got to check that episode out, but that episode like changed the way that I look at things, right? And like,
How so?
oh man, you know,
I
it's
didn't
be
check it out yet. I'll.
okay. So I don't believe in God. You know, a hot topic, religion and politics,
Sure.
huge topics whenever you talk about them. So I don't really talk about religion a lot, but I don't necessarily believe in God, right? I'm Norse pagan. I think I've said that before
Yeah.
on
I
here.
think we talked
Yeah,
about that first time.
yeah. And so when I was having a conversation with this priest, I never sat down first, never sat down and had a conversation with a priest. Period. I wasn't Catholic, wasn't raised any of that. So this was a first for me, and I absolutely never sat down and had a conversation with an exorcist either. So that was
Right.
really cool.
Right. Well, where do you find an exorcist? Like, I don't think they have them at probably every Catholic church. I mean, I went to a lot of Catholic churches, or not a lot. I went to a number of them, but I don't know if any of them were able to do exorcisms. So
Yeah.
where do you find that?
Well, so I actually was on YouTube, and when I was looking up guests, when I was trying to find guests for my October content, I went on YouTube and I just like looked up exorcist, Catholic exorcist, right? And there was like two that popped up that were very prominent in America. And so the first one I reached out to, he didn't respond. I didn't think he was going to respond. You can't necessarily reach out to a exorcist and expect them to respond, you know, about anything outside of that.
Right.
The second one I found on a lot of different platforms, right? He was on Facebook, Instagram, all these other places. I'm like, that's odd. You don't necessarily every day see a priest out there, you know, or an exorcist for that matter, talking about these things. And so I found his email and I sent him an email and I had zero expectation of a return. And he was like, yeah, I'd love to come on and share my experience with you. And I'm like, wow, that is insane. And so when I sat down, I learned a lot about like how people are appointed exorcists and like the training that goes forward with that and like some of the different experiences that he went through, right? Like you just don't walk into a Catholic church and you know or go to your seminary and then come out and they're like you're an exorcist. Like yeah, there's a lot of time frame. that you have to serve as a priest within the diocese that you're in. Your bishop or your bishop is actually like the person that oversees exorcist, and he technically is an unofficial exorcist. And then he appoints you the exorcist. He says, hey, you are going to be an exorcist now. You got to go to Rome and you have to train at the Vatican. So you go to Rome, you spend some time in the Vatican, you train under an exorcist. Like this exorcist that I was talking to, in 3 months performed 40 exorcisms in training.
I mean, it's like flying around the world, probably to fucking
All in
wherever.
Rome, and within the
What's
outlying
going on in
areas.
Rome?
Crazy stuff. I don't know. I didn't really get to that point because I was just so dumbfounded that I had this
Right.
exorcist, right? But he was explaining things, and like how if you believe in it, demonic forces enter into a person's psyche or everything like that. And one of the big questions that I had, he answered right off the bat, because you see in movies and in Hollywood where you got priests that are just willy-nilly out there performing exorcisms. They're like, you look like you could be possessed. The power of Christ compels you, right? And you're like, what the fuck? Or these dudes just roll out with a full exorcist kit, No, that's not how it happens, right? They have a full medical staff at their disposal, right? So they have the physician that's there to check like the actual physical being of somebody that is believed to be possessed, or that they believe they're possessed. And then you have a psychologist on staff that does a full psychological evaluation on the person to see if they are sane or not, right? And if they're sane, then that shows that there is something that is actually wrong with them, right? And so the exorcist is actually trained to be a skeptic, where they're trained to rule out literally everything. They got to debunk everything before they get to that point of this person is possessed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does he live at the fucking Vatican or?
No, so he trained at the Vatican. I think he trained for 18 months there, if I'm not wrong. And then he flew back. He lives in Indiana. He right, all the crazy shit happens in Indiana in the Midwest,
Yeah,
right?
right.
He lives in Indiana, and he is the exorcist for the Archdiocese of Indiana.
So there's a 50 exorcists in the country, maybe.
Something, yeah, something like that. And he's amongst one of the more well-known ones. And if you've seen the movie, I don't know if you like horror movies, but the Pope's Exorcist, they talk about Father Mart, or Gabriel Mart, and he trained right with Father Mart before he passed away.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So is this guy old then too?
No, he's maybe in his 50s or 60s, but here's the crazy thing, right? Genuinely one of the nicest human beings I've ever talked to in my life. Like,
Cool.
him and I had that conversation, and then what really like struck me was after the cameras turned off, and like him and I were just doing that post, chat.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I was talking to him, and I said, "Look, I don't believe in God, and this is why I don't." He didn't judge me. He wasn't like ugly toward me. He didn't like try and rush me away. He was like, "That's normal." And he was like, it's not outside of the realm of understanding that, you wouldn't, because of some of the situations you've been in your life. And I'm like, what? Literally, I turned the camera off. Like after he left, I turned the camera off and sat at my desk for like 15 minutes. Like, what just happened? What the fuck just happened?
It's a great answer.
Yeah.
That's what that is, man. That's fucking smart. That's powerful. Like if I mean he has to, be at the top of his, because I mean, I would, I don't know, we can talk about religions, I guess. Why this is no reason why we can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great way to get someone interested, get someone to be open to their religion and sorts. It's very like the wording, man, it's fucking um, go back to the whatever and NLP, some neuro linguistic programming, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, like it's stuff that's gonna like stick in there and some weird fucking thing that they figured out to some tool to be able to make it stick in your mind and make you fucking get that into your subconscious thought and just kind of like you said, just kind of leave you in bewilderment for 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
they got you in you figured out some code of hypnosis, man.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
The great and then another thing was like I asked him in the episode, I said, what has been the most challenging part of being a priest in the early priesthood, right? And he was ordained in the early 90s. And he said, in the early 90s is right around the time where all of the accusations against the church came out, all the accusations against priests from altar boys or from other people within the church. And he was like, so upholding that priestly image, right, and straying away from what society looked at us as, and being that model of what a priest should look like. And I was like, you have the right answers, my man. You got the right answers, friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like, it's pretty crazy how he just is able to. That's his thing, and that's like what you learn. That's what you learn, and that's a powerful fucking tool to walk around with, man. And the fact that he's an exorcist, it can exorcise the demons, dude. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine, like, if he could go to a bar to go pick up someone, like whomever, like whatever he's, whomever he's trying to impress. If that was more of a thing that priests do, like to be like, yeah, I'm an exorcist. Like, what's up?
MB,
Like,
MBD, no big deal.
yeah,
I'm an
yeah,
exorcist.
dude, like that's fucking cool as shit. Like,
Today I had a showdown with Satan. It's not a
yeah,
big deal.
yeah,
I'm allowed to tell the tale.
yeah. Never been beaten. Never. Fucking undefeated fucking exorcist, man. Like,
Undefeated exorcist champion of the world, bro.
yeah, dude, that's got to be a shirt, man. Um, dude, you do any merch? Do
I
you?
do. I have merch. Nobody's bought it, but that's okay. It's there.
That's it's okay, man. What what is your merch?
So who's the provider?
Sure.
Oh, big cartel. Big cartel.
Okay, so like, okay, yeah, a lot of wrestlers use those.
Yep, yep.
Use the big cartel.
Yeah, I have a friend that ran with Big Cartel, and he's like, yeah, they're awesome. So I made my designs on Canva and then converted them over to Big Cartel.
Okay, how's your Canva game?
It's getting a lot better, man.
Me
A
too, man.
lot. The more time I spend in it, the more and like I use my creativity, the more I'm like, I'm getting good at this, right? Like I'm making my own intro videos now, and I'm making my own graphics, and some, like, if you've seen the graphics for the boneyard, that the
Yeah,
Halloween, I came up with that by myself.
hell yeah.
I literally was like, this is what I want, and I ran it by one of my friends, and she was like, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I've talked a lot about a lot of or to a lot of my guests about this with with AI and shit. Um like people who fucking suck at art but can conceptually think up something, which is what I am. Maybe you too, maybe you're good at art, but being able to do it. But as someone who fucking sucks at it, like I feel like I have the tools, what my brain's trying to output that my body is not learned how to do yet. So
Yeah.
it's fucking cool, man. It's a nice level field now until the people who are already really good at it can take their real skills and do
Yeah.
new stuff to it, and then we can catch up, and it keeps on going like that. But um, are you using to get your designs and stuff? Are you using like AI at all?
No, no.
Do you have
I
a
re- I
you have a
refuse
guy?
to. Nope, me, just me.
You're making your designs.
Yep, making my
Okay,
designs.
cool, man.
I conceptualize it and I run with things and I'm like, I don't like that. Take it out. I want to add this. Oh, that looks cool. Boom, keeping it in. Like for Beyond the Veil, my new show that I have out, I did these graphics and I was like, that looks cool. And then I was like, yeah, but that's taken away from my guest, right? Like I don't want to take away from my guest. I want them to be the center focus of the flyer, right?
Right.
So then I just completely destroyed it, got rid of it, started brand new, and I created this thing that looks really cool where there's mist, there's candles, like floating candle river in the background with them as the centerpiece with their name and who they are, and the showtime. And I ran that by the guests that I already recorded with that were coming out soon. They're like, wow, we love it.
Dude, yeah. That's awesome, man. And
Yeah.
it's something that is skill that who would have thought we would have needed to be able to do that. The good thing about Canva is that you just every time you like say it's a template,
Yeah.
and if you go and you bookmark it, um, you save it as a template, and you can have multiple ones down
Yeah.
your shit, and that's something that's great. So like for each of my different shows, I just have a template, and then I just have to change, a few things, but basically have what I want. And who would have thought, when we were in high school or whatever, it's like, hey, you're gonna have to learn how to make these thumbnails.
Right.
Uh, like, what's a thumbnail?
You
What?
got to build graphics. What are graphics?
Yeah, what are graphics like? Fucking like 8-bit?
Right.
I guess.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, dude, man, dude, that game we played that a lot, especially fucking being there, dude.
Yeah.
Um, I lived in the city, like, well, so the end of the Oregon Trail, I guess, is technically the ocean,
Mm,
but it's Oregon City is
yeah.
the end of the Oregon Trail, and that's so I lived in the town next to it.
Mm,
Um, but dude, there's these falls there, the Willamette Falls, and it's the second most volume in like water that goes through in the North America behind Niagara Falls.
wow.
Not the highest, but just like the most water going through it. But yeah, dude, it was pretty cool, man. Uh, but it's not as easy to get to
Yeah.
as Niagara Falls. It's like there's Hell's Canyon in I think it's in Oregon. I'm pretty sure it's in like Eastern Oregon. And it's bigger than the Grand Canyon, but it's just not as easy to get to
It's not
as
as
the
well
Grand
known either.
Canyon, or not as well known. Um, yeah, dude. I don't know why I started talking about the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that game, man. That game was all over, dude. And we gotta be like, oh man, we made it to fucking Oregon, and
Dude, well, like the reason I bring up Oregon Trail is because my some of the commercials, they're recycling a lot of what used to be when we were kids, right? So
right.
like Netflix now has a Carmen San Diego show, and
Who's the host?
I don't know, it was a cartoon. And so yeah, so my girlfriend's daughter is like, oh, that looks really cool. I'm like, that used to be a game when I was a kid. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego, right?
Yeah.
And then they did another one with Oregon Trail, and I was like, that used to be a game when I was a kid. And so like looking back at those things that are being recycled, I'm like, holy shit, people just don't have an original thought anymore.
No, man.
No.
We don't, man. We don't. we don't need to because fucking we're getting like our capitalism is nostalgia.
Yeah.
And for people our age, man, it's like, hey man, you have money. Now you can go out and buy all this shit. This
Yeah.
you can go out and buy all this shit that you kind of wanted when you were younger, man, and
Mhm. And now you
sell
can
it
afford as an
now.
adult.
Well, yeah. Now you can afford as adult. Now you get it. And dude, that's what our whole fucking age group is. I guess millennium. I don't like calling myself a millennium. I still go with Generation Y.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm a millennium, but I don't feel like because like millennium like it's like 80 to 90s something, 90s, I don't know, 90 something, but that's a pretty
Big
big
gap.
gap. Like I don't feel like I'm anything like people who are like 10 years younger, and we're kind of different people, kind of different. But I mean, dude, the nostalgia, dude, like, and they did this show even. Man, it was pretty cool. They only did one season, and it was called Everything Sucks. Filmed in Oregon City.
Mhm.
At they filmed it at uh, the public access studio,
Nice.
uh, and the high school right there, which was cool. Like, dude, like that public access studio is where, like, that's why I have the public access podcast. That was where we'd have to go, like, to go do, I don't know, like when taking our videos that were like, you know, me and my friends fucking around, like, right, probably, Jackass,
Yeah.
Tom Green, like right around that time, going and, putting that on public access, and like, and then they made that show, dude. That show, it was a pretty all right show, but it was just like the 90s thing. And then like Portlandia,
Yeah.
um, dude, was fucking, it's, so when I lived there, I was like, man, this isn't, it isn't funny. It was too close to home then. Um, and now I think it's funnier. I don't know, but there's some ones that fucking crack me up
Yeah.
because I'm just kind of watching it because I was like, I don't really want to watch it. I watched like, I don't know. I watched part of the ones I was in,
Mm.
but like that was about it. But man, there was one they had. It was pretty fucking funny. I was laughing my ass off. Um, and it was, so did you ever watch that show,
No.
Portlandia?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So do you know the premise of it?
No.
Okay. So it's uh two people, and it's like a sketch comedy show,
Mm.
like poking fun at of Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
And so it's Fred Armisen. He was like a on, he
Mhm.
can be like, he's one of those people like Rob Schneider. He can be like any sort of looking person, like, and it's fine. And so him and this Carrie Brownstein, um, is like her friend, um, and yeah, it's just a sketch comedy show making fun of Portland people, and the Portland stuff they do, because Portland's it's a
Yeah.
weird place, man. And uh, they did this one, so they had this episode, or like these recurring characters, that it was a feminist bookstore. There's really this like is actual place, and these two super feminists, and they get tickets to a Blazers game, a basketball team,
Yeah.
and they go there, and the cheerleaders are out, and they're doing their thing, and just like the stuff they're saying, because like it's all improv, and they cut it up. That was one part that I didn't like. I thought there was a lot more funny parts that should have been kept on that
Yeah.
didn't make it on. So we had a bit of a different sense of humor, me and whoever cut the show. but but dude, man, that one, dude, like just watching the stuff that they would say, um I was like, man, they really nailed that. Like, they but yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, because like I got, I don't know, because it was a weird time, man. Like it was a really weird time. And then so like, and then one of the guys like, um, I don't know, man. Uh, I won't get into that. I fucking like ended up filming a pilot. I don't know
Yeah.
if I can talk about it, but I didn't get picked up, man, and it was weird, man. It was weird. So like I
Is
was
it a weird
working.
one?
It was a weird one, yeah, dude. So um, oh, man, I've already told the story on here. So when I was doing comedy, I had someone say, "Hey, so and so is fucking like making what like wants to make a pilot with you and someone else, and it's gonna be like just follow me around and
Like a day in the life of.
yeah, yeah, and wanted to. And I was working at a hotel at this time, and man, and
I bet it
so they're
was
like,
fucking crazy.
yeah, so they're like, yeah, we want to come to the hotel because I was doing valet there
Mhm.
overnight, and like we want to come and like talk to you, me and this other woman who was like, her and I would have been the show, and so they come by, and the so it was me, and then there would be two people at the hotel, me and then this woman who worked at the front desk. She didn't like me, uh, so I go out there for a while. Like I'm just standing outside and like I'm filming.
Mhm.
And so, there's security cameras everywhere. So eventually she fucking sees this going on and like, you know, comes out and is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I knew I'd get in trouble, but like I'm like, I want this opportunity, man. Like I don't know if this opportunity is gonna come around again. Like if you want to come do this, yeah, come by at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and let's film this. And um yeah, and then so they wanted me to move one of the customers' cars, like pull it forward and then put it back
Mhm.
so they can get a shot of that. And uh so they had me work the rest of the week because it's a hotel and I'm overnight. There's good luck finding someone else to start at that time. So it was one of those, they're gonna wait to have a meeting with me. And if I wasn't at this time, if I wasn't there working, I was on the road wrestling. So
Mhm.
um so like yeah, the end of that week, they're like, "Hey, we need you to come in here at the end of the shift too.
Oh
We need to talk
Jesus.
to you." And yeah, so I guess that I got ratted out by the desk clerk, and so it's the manager and the HR person in there, and a, I think a security person, because I was a wrestler at this time, and they were scared of
What?
me doing something. So they fucking escorted me out. They're like, "Did you move this, customer's car?" I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "Okay, well, you're fired. Like, we're gonna have so and so escort you out." So I lost my job for that pilot, but that job was kind of shit in a way anyway. So, but that pilot was cool, man. And like, it was, it wasn't what like, cause yeah, it was me and this other woman. All we did was we talked, but it wanted to be like this. It was like
Yeah.
this sort of a thing. So yeah, it didn't get picked up, unless, you know, 7, 8 years later, they're gonna pick it up now.
It
But
reminds me of that show, What We Do in the Shadows. Have you
what's
seen
that?
that?
Oh,
Oh man, it's like a camera crew following these vampires. It is fucking hilarious. It's on FX, but they say what they want. Right. So there's
Cool.
fuck bombs everywhere. And dude, it is so goddamn funny. And it like talks of it's pretty much like stereotypical like vampire shit that they do. Like they sleep at during the day, come out at night, eat people, beef with werewolves, right? And then like there's an episode where they're doing a big ass orgy, right? It's just
Oh
fucking
shit.
it is funny. It's funny as shit. Oh my god. But yeah, that show is pretty goddamn funny. They have the familiars, so like humans that are like Renfield, right? And like one of the humans, his name is Guillermo, and Guillermo finds out that in the latest episode, he finds out that he has like his like descendant way down the line is like Van Helsing.
Oh shit.
Fucking, he has these like powers where he can kill vampires, but he just doesn't realize it, right? And he's like going through the season, and he's like killing off these vampires, but he's a familiar for a vampire. So like,
Oh shit.
yeah,
So
and he has like he brings these wooden stakes in, and one of the vampires is like, "The fuck are you doing? Go put those away. Go send those back." And he's like, "I can't. I bought them on Amazon. That's like really not how this works." And at the end of the episode, you see him, and he's like, "If my master decides he wants to get out of line," and he opens up like his fridge cooler, and there's like 5 or 6 goddamn wooden stakes in there, and he grabs 3 of them and throws them, and it hits the portrait of each one of them in the heart. It's so goddamn funny.
cool. Yeah, dude. I thought you were gonna say his name was Gary.
Yeah.
At first, Gary the vampire.
No,
But
there is a vampire, right, that is human, but he's an energy vampire, and he, I think, is the fucking funniest one in the whole goddamn series
energy
because
vampire.
he works in like this office. He just walks up and he starts like these weird nonchalant conversations. He's like, "Do you know that the lions in the Serengeti live this long? And I'm gonna tell you how long they live and why they live that long." And he just goes on this rant, and you see people just like, and he's just back there. He's like,
I'll have to give that a whirl, man.
it's fucking funny, man. It's funny.
Yeah,
I haven't found a show that funny in a long time.
that's okay. Well, then there you go. That's saying something.
Yeah.
There's, yeah, there's the shows. I don't even know, man. I've going back and watching a lot of old stuff. I'm doing
Yeah.
my nostalgia stuff, but
Capitalism.
yeah, capitalism. So yeah, dude, going back and just watching weird shit, man. But I don't know, man. Like
I
stuff.
have a hard time like staying with shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has to like intrigue me. I got like part of the way through Suits. I have one season left. I'm like,
yeah, yeah. I didn't even get to that one. I don't watch a lot. I guess I watch the same things over and over.
I try to watch. I watched all of Sons of Anarchy and I loved it.
I got through part way and I stopped. I kind of want to finish it, but I don't know. I got through like 4 or 5 seasons and stopped and just
Yeah.
never picked up. I don't know why.
Yeah, I liked Sons of Anarchy. I like Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Game of
I
Thrones was my
no. Okay.
that
Uh,
last season pissed me off.
the well, I mean, I think it was one of those shows that they just didn't know how to end it. They
Hmm.
just it went on and on. It was like, uh, so the the weeds and fucking what was the other one? The Orange is the New Black. The
Mm.
same person. I think both those shows they got too long. Like they thought that like there's no way they'll let us do this show, and then they end up doing like 3 4 seasons, and they're like, oh, they still like we had this like set for like we'll be surprised we get that much, and then they end up doing like a few more seasons after that, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, I don't know what to do, but they were so hot. Uh, let's keep this going.
That's how
And
Stranger Things is.
yeah, just yeah, I mean that one same thing. Yeah, like you'd think that it'd have like 4 seasons, and they're like, okay, well now what? There's
Yeah.
no way they'll let us do more than that. And it's like, well, we want more. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Shit.
now the kids are like older. Like, how are you going to portray a 11 or 12-year-old as, they're being 18, 19, 20 years old?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. I didn't even watch that show.
I enjoyed it. If you like D&D, that's a good show.
I don't know. I
I'm a
don't.
nerd.
I know you are. You're more of a nerd. It's cool though, man. I'm friends with a lot of nerds, so uh, it works out okay. I guess I am in a different way. Uh, what percent? I had a percent. I want to say it was 70 because there's a rap. If you ever want to see me rap, uh,
A rap.
a rap,
do,
a rap.
you remember WCW where Kurt Hennig did the
Rap is
rap is
crap.
crap?
Yeah, dude, I remember that, man. Dude, it was some good
Jesus.
shit, man.
Rap is crap.
Like, dude, 'cause I love Mr. Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
I was big into that, and that was one that I went to his grave
Mm.
in Minnesota, and I don't remember what town it was. Um, but yeah, I went there. I think I went there twice, dude.
Mm.
Um, but dude, he was fucking like really good, dude. He was really fucking good, and it sucks like he had those injuries, but it's cool he got to come back for a little while and get that second run.
He's
And dude,
somebody I he's somebody I think that never got a championship like world title run that should have.
he didn't need it.
Yeah,
He
true.
didn't need it, man. Like he was over at every time, dude. Like, and could always tell a great story. Um, you know, one of those positive second generation kids. And man, dude, like if you watch a lot of his shit, like if you go back and you watch his AWA stuff,
Mhm.
uh, dude, man, some of that stuff is pretty fucking great, dude. Um, yeah, it was cool. Him and fucking uh, Playboy Buddy Rose. You have you heard of Playboy Buddy Rose?
No.
And let me pull this shit up.
Oh
So
boy.
Playboy Buddy Rose was like my training grandpa. Um, he died like a year before I started wrestling. Um, but he was pretty big in uh let's see. Shoot. He was big in like the territories, I guess.
Yeah.
He had a little bits of things like in the early 80s and like 90s with WWF.
Hmm.
Um, but it just kind of died because he would be fucked up.
Yeah.
One of those things. So,
What are them deals?
yep. Um, here we go. Pull this shit up. I think that's gonna work. Okay, cool. Give me 1 minute here. Oh shoot.
Another guy like I really, really like admired was Terry Funk.
Dude, fuck yeah, Terry Funk, dude. Terry Funk is great, dude. Terry Funk is fucking amazing.
Terry's the man.
You've tried.
That's cool.
Oh shit. That was good.
Dude could fucking go, man. Like he could work as well as fucking anybody else because uh there's two things with wrestling. You're either in ring shape or you're not in ring shape, and people don't have to be in. You can be in any shape to be in ring shape. And like he was one of those guys that even when he was looking like that, dude, he could do like one arm push-ups and like he
Wow.
fucking can bump around still like a fucking pro, dude. Like he was like one of the better big guys, like whoever you want. But I think he's kind of almost in the category of his own, dude.
Yeah.
But could you tell he had a drug problem with the blow away?
Yeah. The
So
first thing I thought, Coke.
yep, they made that into a big joke, and that was his fucking when they bring him in, he would be like he was maybe a little bit more than a jobber in the 90s and WWF, but
Mhm.
like in the early 80s, mid 80s, like right before, like he was in the first WrestleMania, he was the executioner.
Okay.
Um, but up until then, dude, like, yeah, he was like doing title matches and like was gonna get the title,
Wow.
but uh he wouldn't show up and like because he was smoking crack or something.
Yeah.
Like
Sheesh.
it sucks, dude. But dude was yeah, he was big time. Portland was a weird fucking thing like uh for wrestling because like when the steroid thing came out in the early 90s, I
Yeah.
think it might have been before, like they outlawed Portland or outlawed wrestling in Oregon
Wow.
until like 2005, maybe something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and like I think in what like because of the um what's it called, the commission, the like the boxing
Yeah.
wrestling commission. So and then like even in Washington, like I think they still have it that way. Like you can only do shows on reservations or not charge any money for the shows. And if you have a show somewhere, you have to have an ambulance on staff, like on site at every event. And
Wow.
just to have an ambulance on event is like $1,000, $2,000. I think it's $2,000.
Fucking expensive.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot of wrestling in Portland for a while, but I mean I remember going when I was a kid, dude, to those fucking things at the um it was called the Portland Sports Arena and now it's a
Hmm.
church.
No, it's a
Um
church.
yeah, and I would go into work these shows at this place. It was like right down the street for a little while
Hmm.
and that was cool as shit. But yeah, it's weird as a fucking church now and it but it used to like be a big smoky fucking place packed in wrestling, dude, like and that was like when I was a kid. I mean, I think it was up until I was like maybe eight or nine, and then they stopped doing wrestling there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know that there used to be a wrestling school about half an hour from where I live now. When I was a kid, and it just so happened Terry Funk ran that school up
Oh
here.
shit,
Yeah, yeah.
that would be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. And my dad took me in there one day just to watch them, practice or whatever, because it was an open one. You could
Right.
go in and watch people practicing and stuff like that. And
Holy shit.
that day, he dressed up like Chainsaw Charlie.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he was talking. He was talking about people getting over through promos and character work and stuff like that. It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. Even if Terry couldn't work, he'd be over as fuck.
Oh
Because
yeah,
Terry can fucking work.
dude. I was
Terry.
watching some of his ECW work. God damn, that man put
Yeah,
himself through hell.
dude. Yeah. And that was when he was like in his 50s.
Yeah. And
It's
he
tough.
went he went like 10 more years after that, 15 years after that.
Yeah, dude. Man, it was ridiculous. Um, I never saw Terry wrestle. I don't think there was ever a time where it would have came across to have seen him like going to, you know, WWF shows or anything like that.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool one to have seen to watch Terry work.
Yeah. It would have been. I think he would have been cool to watch in Flair. I've never got to see Flair wrestle.
Yeah, me neither. That would have been cool. I don't
I'm not a
really
fan
want
of
to
Flair, but
see him now.
no.
But yeah, he should have fucking left when he got kicked in the goddamn face by, I was gonna say Brett Michaels, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
That should have been it, dude. It was beautiful. Like it
nice
was
send
such a
off.
great moment, man. Like that whole fucking story was so perfect. And uh call it fucking Kurt Hennig, man, because
Yeah,
it was absolutely perfect.
yeah.
And then he came back and it's like, damn, Rick, man, you could have done anything you like. You could
Son
have
of a
just
bitch.
let it go. Now someone's gonna have to, like, I don't know what do you have to do, retire him now.
I was in Nashville when he had his final match, and I didn't go to the show. I went to SummerSlam, the show before it,
Oh, okay.
and I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah.
I'm fucking glad I didn't go because I would have been pissed the fuck off. I watched it and I was just like I didn't order it. I watched it on YouTube. And I was just like, God, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have
Gee.
wanted to watch that.
You know who can still go though? Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett can still go.
Dude, yeah. Dude. So Jeff Jarrett, like 7 years ago, I'll tell you my Jeff Jarrett story. Um, so Jeff Jarrett, this was when he was before he was going to start Global Force.
Mhm.
He was doing this gimmick where he would go around, do all these shows, and tell people that he was doing tryouts or seminars, tryouts slash seminars for the wrestlers for a spot in Global Force
Mhm.
Wrestling. Um, man, like I didn't I didn't bite on it. I didn't do a seminar with him, dude. Like, or a tryout. It was a tryout, and I'm like, dude, like, this is kind of like, I don't know. I kind of wish I would have done the seminar with him, but at the same time, like, I was kind of like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if I want to do this, but like he ended up, but he had worked with the other only people that he signed from that. He worked with them in India um, before, and so he signed them, but and they were already doing shit because this would have been before they went to WWE, um, and then became the Sings,
Oh, okay.
with they were with Jinder Mahal,
Yeah. Yeah.
those guys.
Oh, okay.
Um, so he signed them, but yeah, he did like I want to say 2 or 3 days. I went on that trip, man. And so a bunch of us had to sleep in a hotel together. It was, man, it was like fucking like 8 people in a room, kind of a deal.
Jeez.
Um, yeah. And I fucking went in there, and some of the people that were there, this was Canada, were partaking in some pot uh, of sorts. And so I went in, I rolled up a fucking joint for them. I was not smoking or anything, and I just gave it to them. And I was like, "Here you go." Like, "Oh, you want to come smoking with us?" I'm like, "Nope, just fucking roll this up for you, man." Like, I don't know. I enjoy rolling them up. I guess that's the nostalgia thing again. But
Capitalism.
yeah, dude. But Jeff Jarrett, man, fucking can go, dude. He could go then. He has a great mind, dude, and he fucking comes from a fucking being around it. Like he knows what to do. He knows how to get over without being a good worker, much like perfect. I would say perfect is better, but not by much. And but in a different way, Jarrett could get over. And Jarrett fucking dude, like I remember when he came into WWF,
Mhm.
I'm like, fuck this guy, fuck this country music
Yeah.
dickwad, dude. Like I did not like him, but that's how good he was, man.
Yeah.
That's
And
how good he was.
that's the thing. He was just the biggest piece of shit. Right. And like, that's how he got over. It's just being big piece of shit, you know, and then he went to WCW, big piece of shit.
Yeah. Went
Impact,
everywhere.
TNA, fucking everywhere. The biggest piece of shit everywhere he went, and he got over by being a piece of shit.
Yeah, New Japan, dude. Like dude, he was in every fucking big faction that's ever fucking happened,
Bullet
dude. Like,
Club.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly, dude. And like, why not? Why not? Why not put him in, dude? And good for him. Good
Right.
fucking for him, dude. And
If
yeah, man.
somehow he made it to DX, I would have been like, what
Yeah,
the
that was
fuck?
the only thing he didn't do, man.
Yeah.
Just
He was great in NWO. I fucking hated the silver and black NWO, but NWO 2000. I hated it because it felt really forced. But he was a really good addition to it because he's just that piece of shit.
Right. But doesn't have the turn off the TV heat, man.
Right.
Change the channel heat, man. Yeah, I want to keep watching this guy. I want to see if they do kick his ass. Like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Jeff Jarrett.
Right.
J E double F J A double R E double T. You know, fuck you,
Yeah.
man.
I didn't I also didn't realize like how much of a douchebag Scott Steiner really was.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, his gimmick was like
Really
kinda
bad.
that's what it I mean, yeah, that's kind of what he was.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
What happened with Scott Steiner with you?
Oh, nothing. I'm watching this thing on YouTube called Reliving the War, and it's like a week by week play by play of Monday Night Raw versus Nitro.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a side by side, segment for segment, and they show like a lot of stuff that was happening. The guy unbiasedly talks about, the things that happened, in the week. He only has a bias towards Steve Blackman. He loves Steve Blackman.
Oh, the Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
But he talks about like these promos that Scott Steiner cuts and like how some of them are really bad. And how like some of the matches that the NWO are in were just terrible. And I watched them. I'm like, yeah, they're really fucking bad.
Yeah. I mean, he was one of those people that
He didn't need
just
it.
he showed to have short matches.
Yeah.
And just fucking, especially once he got his new gimmick, became, broke away from his brother and
Big Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump, man. Like, put him in fucking matches where he's not going more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. If it's someone who's a really good worker, you just put him in shorter matches and just like he'll get over just as much. Like, you don't need to put him in a long match, try to show off his work rate.
Look, I'm going to tell you who I think the best member of NWO was, and I think it's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
It wasn't Hall, Nash, or Hogan. Virgil. It wasn't Steiner. No, it wasn't even Virgil. Nope. Fucking Scott Norton.
Oh, Scott Norton, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
God, that man is an animal.
You watch him, any of his Japan stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. You do all Japan? Do you watch any all Japan?
I don't.
Dude, if you're into fucking big dudes, fucking
each other up,
fucking each other up, dude, go watch that shit, man. Like,
dude, Scotty Norton was just mean.
Dude, yeah, he fucking
God.
Yeah, just a big fucker, just knock people around, dude. Like, cause he could, and it worked great. But he could go. You could do a 15-minute match with him. Maybe, maybe 15, 20, and be good, dude. Like, he was a good fucking part of the NWO, man. Yeah, dude. If you go watch some of his all Japan shit, I'm pretty sure it's all Japan.
Yeah,
he was a part of. That all Japan fucking time there was pretty fucking. Man, I'm trying to think. My buddy Silas fucking has this saying about fucking big dudes. I want to say slapping meat is the word, this phrasing that he uses. Just big guys slapping meat, but I could be wrong about that one.
Big meaty men slapping man meat.
Something like that. Yeah, that sounded like, sounded like what he'd say, man.
Sounds very dirty. I feel like I gotta go take a shower after that one.
that's Silas though, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Him and I. That was one of my favorite matches. We
Yeah.
had we had 10 minutes. So
Like Ring of Honor, Silas Young.
no, Silas
Oh,
Mason. He's in NWA.
okay.
The Thrill Billy.
Okay.
Um, if you haven't checked him out, dude, check him out, dude. He's a cool motherfucker. Him and I did a one-off uh show that we were gonna go and do more, but he ended up moving
Hmm.
to Tennessee. But um, so we did a match. It was a 10-minute match, and we had we did like 9 minutes. Like we had to be out the curtain and back in the curtain before 10 minutes. So like we ran or he ran around and chased me for fucking like 9.5 minutes, and then like threw me back in the ring, and then like ran in and kicked me in the balls and gets disqualified, and then the match is over, and then fucking we end up someone comes and like picks me up and brings me back to the back, and that was our 10 minutes, dude. But yeah, dude, fucking uh cool guy, man. I like him, dude. It was a bummer he moved back to Tennessee, but good thing that he did, because he got to get out. And I kept saying, dude, like, get out there, man. Not like I'm his fucking cheering squad, but like, yeah, keep at it, man. Keep at
Yeah.
it, buddy. It's cool to see
Get
him.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out. I just feel like yeah, just I don't know. Wrestling's a weird fucking place, man.
Being a wrestling fan is a weird place too.
Being a wrestling fan's a weird place, man. Yeah, dude. Wait till you go to fucking Mania. You went to SummerSlam, so
Yeah.
dude, that's a lot of fucking people. A lot of fucking people. And dude, man, so now that I live here near Philly, my TikToks are fucking like Philly. I'm getting Philly sports TikToks. Holy shit, dude. This is fucking amazing. Like
People are
watching
crazy.
people are crazy, dude. Like Philly fans are fucking crazy, dude. So WrestleMania is gonna be fucking fun. It's gonna
Insane.
be insane, dude. Yeah, I at least want to go to. If I don't go to Mania, I want to go to whatever they're doing at the old ECW arena. Whatever show they're doing there, I want to go see that. I do want to go to Mania, but man, I don't know. I it's hard. Like I thought Access was cooler. Whatever the equivalent is now, like where it's the.
Hmm.
But dude, Mania was fucking. It was pretty dope, dude. Like I wish I would have went when it was in Seattle, but I didn't go there. But dude, yeah, when I went to the one in Houston, dude, fucking 69,000 people in fucking Texas, dude, was
Jesus.
unreal, dude. Fucking unreal. Like
I have
it's
a
the
buddy that I have a buddy that went to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans.
oh shit.
And
Okay.
he was like he lived with me in not with me, but he lived in the same town in North Carolina I lived in, and he drove on a Friday all the way down Saturday
Oh,
to Louisiana to go to WrestleMania, to turn around and drive all the way back.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it worth it?
I guess I mean, he had nosebleed seats. He was like, it's the experience,
Yep,
right?
dude. Just being in that fucking
Oh yeah.
atmosphere is fucking crazy, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. Um, I don't know. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest crowds I've been in.
Yeah.
Maybe Hong Kong might have been more.
My girlfriend, she's not like a avid wrestling fan, and even she didn't know anything about it prior to meeting me. And
Uh-oh.
I've kind of like, hey, her daughter likes it now. She's a huge fan of Rhea Ripley. Uh
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's 6 years old, but my girlfriend's like, oh, you know, wrestling can't have a massive fan base. I'm like, you wouldn't even begin to understand. Wrestling has a huge fan base. I would say even bigger than football.
Maybe
It is.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of different kind of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, and I told her, I said, you know, Philly, you know, WrestleMania is going to be fucking packed, slam. She was like, there, no, it can't. Yeah, yeah, it can, and it's going to be.
Yep. Yeah, there's no reason why it's not going to sell out.
No, no.
I mean, dude, both nights, there's no reason they won't. Like, I'm glad they're doing it in 2 nights. I couldn't fucking sit there for that long, dude.
8 hours.
My back would be gone.
Yeah.
I'd be like through match 2 or 3, and like I need to go home. I
Right.
gotta go, dude. So
I'm excited about seeing CM Punk's fucking music at WrestleMania.
yeah, that'll be pretty fucking big, dude. Like that's, dude. Like it's one of those things. Like when he's made his comebacks, dude, it gives me chills. Like pretty fucking cool, man. Like especially if you're there, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
He's like the Bret Hart of our era. Not like he said he'd never come back, and Bret said he'd never come back.
Right. And there he is, man.
There he is.
He's here, man. It was crazy that whatever August a couple years ago or whatever last year,
Yep.
and just when it came back, just like oh shit.
Yep.
I think it was my birthday. I remember a day around my birthday.
Nice.
And I was just like, what the fuck? Because I wasn't watching it live very often because I watch it later.
Yeah.
And I watch it later. And so that one, I think I was watching live because it'll glitch out on me if I try to do it watching it live, or it'll stop playing.
It will buffer.
It'll buffer, and I'm like, oh darn it. But that one I was watching, I just was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Like,
yeah,
you hear people chanting it, and then it hits, and it's like,
yeah,
what?
right, dude. How about jacked Randy Orton?
Dude, yeah, fuck, dude. I'm glad he's still going.
Right.
I'm fucking glad he's still going. Like, took me a while to come around on him, or with him, I guess. Not come around on him.
Rusty's got a soft spot for Randy.
Coming around on Randy, and
don't look around the corner, Randy. You might catch something in the face, bro.
right. And dude, I'm happy. I'm happy he's back. He did that match with Foley back in like 04.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, cool. This guy, why not? Why not this guy? Because he was like he was kind of close to our age.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing the younger guys. Now I see the younger guys, I'm like, oh, so little. So
look like
little.
a baby.
Yeah, look like a baby, man. Like, well, how
right, like watching like Sammy Guevara. I'm like, oh, dude, you're like, I know you're my age, but you look like a child.
Yeah,
grow facial hair.
Nick Wayne, dude.
Oh my god.
I was watching him when he was like 11, watching him do matches.
Wow,
dude. Yeah, like that was like it's weird, dude. Weird seeing like, and it's
Darby.
Creepy. It's creepy, and Darby. It's creepy, dude. Like it was almost like the Olsen shit. Like the countdown for this kid to turn 18, and it's like. Like, what is going on, dude? What are you guys doing with this shit? Like,
the countdown for him to turn 18. He's legal now. We're gonna fuck his life up.
Yeah, dude. Right. And yeah, man, fucking wrestling.
Jesus.
Fucking wrestling's got some weird fucking people, dude. There's a lot of fucking weirdos, and like I the more I find out, the more I'm just like, I'm not.
Don't want to
be
know
around that much, dude. Like I don't like this shit, dude. I don't like what you fucking weirdos are doing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be associated with you.
I don't want to
And
know. Like that's the
no,
thing. That's the thing. Like when all that stuff came out with Macho Man, supposedly with Stephanie.
sure.
God, I didn't want to hear that.
Yeah. But I have a feeling it was probably true.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was or it wasn't because I don't know. And that's just speculation. But the kind of stuff I see with fucking wrestling, dude, like all over, I like
Oh
fucking,
yeah.
I believe that in a second. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's fucked. And yeah, dude, I don't.
I
So
stuck.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Dark Side of the Ring kind of like made me look at like wrestlers and be like, wow, you some of y'all fucking really suck.
yeah,
like from the first episode, the Bruiser Brody episode, I was just like, well,
yeah, dude,
that fucking sucks.
yeah. Just fucking like, hey, let's come over here in the shower.
Come hang out with me in the shower.
I'm gonna come on around you. Or,
There's definitely no sharp objects in here.
right? Yeah. There's
There's
no.
definitely no shanks, knives,
Yeah.
or shivs in this motherfucker. Promise you.
Just a quick booking meeting. Will be cool. Don't worry about it, man. Don't
Just
worry about
two
it.
dudes enjoying some hot water down in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Right. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about a thing. Yeah, dude. That one. It's like, man. And there's so many. There's a lot, and yeah,
Marty Jannetty's another one.
dude. Mario Janetti has a podcast now.
I know.
It came up on my feed of
That's
my
a whole
YouTube
shit show
feed.
I don't want. That's a whole shit show I don't want to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. And yeah, dude, there's just I don't know. Not every some wrestlers are fucking really good people. Some are really good people. Some aren't. Some aren't. And so the ones that aren't, like, they're not.
They're not.
Yeah. And then you say you walk out when you leave, you walk out with, the number of friends you can count on your hands less than, you can count on one hand.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's weird. It's weird what happens, man. It's,
Yeah.
it's weird. And it's weird who you stay in touch with and what, dude. And
Yeah. I have a friend that's like, oh, Hulk Hogan's such a good guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back. I was like, what do you know? Like fucking what do you know?
yeah, ripping it off and like throw it to you or something like.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like he would definitely look at you and be like, "That's not gonna work for me, brother." You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't
Come
think.
on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing that brings around weird people, and it's like, it's also like, fraternity like and shit, and like that. If it wasn't wrestling, I wouldn't. No fucking way would I want to be around that. Like, I didn't like any of that shit. Like when I was in college, like I would never wanted to be in a fraternity or any of that stuff. And like that's what it basically was or is still. And now it's just kind of different. And I don't know what fraternities are like now. But yeah, it was nothing that seems good for me. But I love wrestling that much that I'm like, I'll do it.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I know the nicest person I've ever met in my life that was a wrestler was Mick Foley. Fucking super nice guy.
Yeah. Just fucking talk and talk and
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful human being. Beautiful soul.
What'd you talk about?
Oh,
Remember?
yep. So it was like 2019, and he came up to Alaska on a show, and went to his table, and I was just like, "Hey, I just want to, say thank you for entertaining us." And this is at the time where I was with my ex-wife, and I said, just let you know, you created a fan and my ex-wife because she asked me to show her all the fucked up things in wrestling. I mean, naturally, people that first come into wrestling are like, show me the most fucked up thing you can think of. All right, cool. So I showed her all the Mick Foley stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, but all the Hell in a Cells Mick Foley's ever been in, hardcore moments, him and Vader. And he's like, so you showed her all the bad things. So I was like, well, I mean, she asked for it, right?
Right.
And so he
Yeah.
he pulled her over to the table and was like, hey, I want to show you all my injuries. And then like showed her the missing teeth, the missing ear, like his
Cool.
back stuff, scars. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
He knew she was into that.
Yeah. He knew that she was a sadomasochist.
Yeah, dude. And like he's always been great at fucking reading the
Oh, yeah.
room and knowing how to make everyone feel like he cares.
Yeah.
Because I think he does. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
one of those people that can do that. And yeah, he knows how to fucking
Yeah.
work that, man. And he fucking, yeah, like that's what you do. And like I think there's a wrestling for everyone.
Yeah.
If you say you don't like wrestling, I bet I could find something you like that you would enjoy if I showed it to you. Um, maybe it's midget wrestling.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a midget wrestling show?
No.
Dude, the most like I think I told you this before, but the biggest pop that I heard in the last 5 years at least was at a midget wrestling show.
Nice.
And the biggest, like the one of the smallest pops they got was just them standing on the rope out to the crowd like this. Just huge fucking pop, dude. Like it's crazy, dude. Like, and all those shows they fucking sell out. I got a buddy in Connecticut. He goes around with them and referees.
Nice.
And yeah, dude, man, those shows, that's how you fucking that's how you book a wrestling show, man. You fucking dude, it's crazy. Like they have like I'm pretty sure they must have an A and B squad. Um
Probably.
and they're doing fucking two towns a night, dude, like in different parts of the country.
Wow.
And they'll go to these bars and fucking just sell these things out, dude. Like um yeah, I saw them in fucking in Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, um, at this outdoor bar, dude. And the show was like, it was pretty short. It's not.
I was about to say that.
It was. It was. The show was not even an hour long. And dude, everybody was fucking loving it. Afterwards, they went and like, were the fucking celebrities around town? 'Cause it's just this little tiny hot spring town.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, I think there was 500 people there at this fucking
Wow.
event,
Holy
and
shit.
yeah, in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, dude, and then yeah, they go and they'll hang out and drink with everyone afterwards. I don't drink, so like,
Mm.
but so I mean, just like afterwards, they be there just fucking getting life of the party with everyone. Everyone wants to fucking hang with them and
Out in
um,
BFE.
out in BFE, dude. Fucking yeah, all BFE all day, dude. And dude, they fucking are over. That's how you get over. And if you're not a midget, also they gotta call it. They gotta be proud to call themselves midgets too, or
Yeah.
dwarfs. They're like the ones I saw was dwarfinators.
The
Um,
Originator's
yeah,
nice.
dude, it was fucking cool. I saw this shirt at like a Goodwill or Savers or something, and it said Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling. And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna get this shit." And then
Fucking
so I
awesome.
naturally had to Google it, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, they're fucking doing a show up at Lava Hot Springs, which is like one of my favorite places." Shout out to them if they want to give me a lifetime membership. Um, going up there, and they're like doing a show like a month later up there, and so I'm like, "Fuck yeah, okay, we gotta go. We gotta do this shit. We can stay and like." hit the hot springs and fucking go to this dwarf show, dude. But yeah, and there's gonna be some show, I think with Micro Wrestling Federation. They're getting a show on TLC that starts up in like a month, which will
Nice.
be cool. But dude, those midget shows, dude, I highly suggest going to one if you see them coming around you somewhere, coming on around you.
In or
uh,
around my area.
in or around your area. Let me see if I can find this shirt real quick.
Okay. Oh goodness. I love Rusty. Rusty's awesome.
All right. So I see this shirt and I'm like, oh dude, hell
That
yeah.
is sick.
I'm getting this shit, dude. And so yeah, I looked up, I'm like, dude, I'm like, oh man. Because I had a while, dude, in Salt Lake City. I was finding wrestling shirts all the time for a while. And man, I saw that one. I'm like, yeah, I gotta look that shit up. I gotta fucking check that shit out. That's fucking gotta be cool. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just a short show. So make sure you're there
Do I
early.
show?
Make sure you're there early, man. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh goodness.
Um, yeah, dude. So yeah, if you ever fucking need wrestling, do you watch any wrestling? Like, do you go on Peacock or do you go
Oh
on
yeah.
YouTube and watch other kinds of wrestling? Is there anything that's been like interesting you've gotten into?
So I really like watching the current WWE product because it's it's really good, right? Like and like the new or the new this new era in WWE has like gotten so much, in my opinion, so much better over the past year and a half.
Yeah,
No, I don't think that they've had a bad premium live event or pay per view, whatever they want to call, and and so that has been really good. I stopped watching AEW.
I did too.
It's just not entertaining anymore. It's uh very rinse and repeat.
Yep, yep. I don't know because I was with it for a while. I was with it for a while. I might come back to it at some point, but yeah, right now it's just not quite hitting my clit right.
Yeah,
So my
hitting my
wrestling
clit
clit.
right. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's just like there's. Give me a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll explain
Oh,
why I don't
okay,
like AEW
perfect.
anymore. 1 second.
Okay, so you guys, you have to remember that. Um, so yeah, so we got that. Like, so shout out to my sponsors. Hypnosis is great. Go back and watch the commercial at the beginning if you want. Maybe you're just hearing it on the podcast because you listen, because you can't drive and you can't drive and I can't even talk and drive your car while watching this video. And you can. Just be careful. Be careful, especially with my hypnotic voice. You better watch out. Don't get too hypnotized while you're talking. You got a big old, glove, some belts back there. At that fucking perfect belt. The the jewels on the other belt is so weird looking. I don't know. It's such a weird logo. It's very bedazzled. It seems like it's a fucking heel belt, is what I think. So you hate AEW because I can't hear you.
Sorry, I
That's
muted
okay.
it.
Okay, that's
Uh,
good.
I don't hate AEW. I just don't watch them anymore. Don't wish them um, to go under business or anything like that. But it's like a very basic formula of things that when you watch as a fan, like you can pick out that are going to happen. I know that if Mox gets in a match, he's going to bleed. All right. I know that if MJF gets on a microphone, MJF is going to cut an edgy promo and he's going to reference WWE or his contract at least 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
at a minimum. Somebody on the program is going to shit on WWE once or maybe twice. I know that the Acclaimed are going to do it. Also, there's going to be about 1,000 super kicks.
Probably maybe around there.
Yeah, and
maybe give or take it 2.
half the amount of destroyers.
Yep.
And Orange Cassidy is going to go over who he's facing, and it doesn't matter who he's facing
In a 30-minute match.
in a 30-minute match. It could be Mox, it could be MJF, it could be Jesus Christ himself. He is going to go over his opponent in a 30-minute match.
Dude, and it was the fucking hot open for like 2-3 months. Like the first 30 minutes, I'm just like fast forwarding. Like, is this shit over yet? Like, fuck, dude. Like, this is such a waste.
Right.
Why
And
is
I
it 30 minutes?
had a conversation with Jay Lethal about that too. Right.
Yep.
Because I got to meet him as well. And I said, you know, my biggest problem is how am I supposed to believe that 150-pound Orange Cassidy soaking wet is going to beat Wardlow? Not that it happened, but that's probably what would happen. How am I supposed to believe that 150-pound Darby Allin, love Darby, but how am I supposed to believe he's going to beat Samoa Joe?
Because he's fucking does insane bumps.
Right. And Jay Lethal was like, the suspension of disbelief. And I was like, no, I understand that. But as a wrestling fan, you're looking at it and you're like, this man is about to get murdered by Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
Did I do a quick side note?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the move that kind of got Darby basically that got Darby signed?
No.
It was like during one of the WrestleManias during like the other shows that were going on.
Yeah.
Darby Allin. Oh man, dude. I don't even know how to explain it. One of those shows, like, and it was like the moment of the weekend. And poll. So it was Ethan Page and Darby.
Okay. I do like Ethan Page.
Yeah, I do too, man. Jeez.
I like Danhausen as well.
You like Danhausen?
Fucking love Danhausen.
Yeah. How often can you how often
I
do you
love
him?
Love that Danhausen. Love that Danhausen.
Show?
No, not every show. I would like to see him every once in a while, but I love that Danhausen. And his YouTube channel is awesome.
What's he doing on his YouTube channel?
He does a bunch of different things. He does some product reviews. Sometimes he goes out to like toy stores because he's a toy collector.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Sometimes it's like backstage stuff. Him and he antagonizes RJ City quite a bit, and that's funny.
Yeah, dude, I like RJ City. Just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I don't know where that is. I'd have to figure that out later. So if you ever want to check that out, yeah, Darby and Ethan Page and Evolve.
Okay.
And dude. Yeah, it's just gnarly. Like I don't know. Like I just remember watching. I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Why would you? But then he does it all. So
Yeah,
wait for the nookie come on. The nookie come on, so you can take that cookie and stick
sing
it
it
up
up.
your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I that and that's here's another thing is like people get injured so frequently on AEW that it's I feel
yeah.
really bad, right? And that it doesn't feel like they're practicing or like they're doing the ring work outside of the ring.
I don't think so either, and I think that's something that's important to do.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to do that
I
because
mean, like look, Darius Martin gets injured every 3 or 4 months and then he's gone for a year.
yeah,
All right, there's something wrong here. There's a formula that's missing. There's something that they're not doing. And then Tony Khan has zero, in my opinion, has zero backbone.
I mean he doesn't. Yeah, he shouldn't be fucking doing that. Like he shouldn't be. He should have someone else booking for him. I assume he does, but like still, like feel like it's someone. I don't know. Some people should be booking. Some people shouldn't be booking.
And
And
your EVP should not be wrestlers. Sorry, it should not be on an active roster.
yeah, I don't. But I don't. A lot of bookers are on the active roster too, and that's fucking. Like come on.
Yeah.
Like do you, I don't know. Like there's a lot of promotions I've worked with where the booker is the on the show and has the belt and like
Yep.
what why
Trying to get yourself over.
yeah um
Jesus.
yeah I don't get it, but what you gonna do, man? What you gonna fucking do? So
Dude.
yeah so are you ever watch what's your like stance with lucha libre? Like
So I've watched some AAA. AAA's all right. I've watched, I don't know if you watched it back in the day, but Lucha Underground, fucking
no,
loved Lucha Underground.
yeah, yeah,
Loved it.
yeah. It was pretty cool, man.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that, I mean, that
it was
you
different.
seen, yeah, you've seen guys like Ricochet in there and Santos Escobar and, Ray was in there for a little bit. Um, Brian Cage, even Io Sky or Io Shirai, however you want to say that, and Kyrie Sane was in there. There's a bunch of people that were in there that, unless you paid attention, and Pentagon. I loved the angle with Pentagon and Vampiro. That was an awesome fucking angle.
Yeah, it was cool getting Vampiro in there because why not?
Yeah, I love Vampiro.
Yeah,
Vampiro's a
Vampiro's
wild
pretty
motherfucker.
decent. Yeah.
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's
Yeah.
back in NWA now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'll turn on NWA, but I usually only just watch one match, and that's it. I don't.
Yeah.
I just yeah.
Yeah, he's I guess he's feuding with ICP now, and they're in NWA.
Man, dude. I just so this morning on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
I had
Oh,
a video. It was got suggested to me probably because I was talking about juggalos yesterday, and it's juggalos visiting Santa Claus, and dude, like yeah, that's a page, man. That's something people make, man. But like, it was pretty funny, dude. Yeah, juggalos are cool, man.
yep,
Juggalos are cool for the most part. There's a few that are there's a few bad apples in everything.
yep,
Sometimes those bad apples shine a little more than other places, but
yep,
you know, juggalos for the most part are pretty fucking cool people. But
yeah.
yeah,
I've I had that mindset that like juggalos were a cult, a gang, if you will. And I actually looked into ICP and did some stuff, watching some of their stuff. They're genuinely nice people.
Yeah.
Violent J and Shaggy are well, from what I've seen, they are genuinely are.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't know how much is an act and how much isn't.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's another thing too. Like I don't know that. I remember them fucking uh being on Loveline, which was
Yeah.
it was old radio show. And dude, they come on there and dude, they'd say the most fucked up shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
but probably just an act.
Yeah.
Probably just an act. But yeah, dude, it was crazy, man. I fucking love Loveline. That's part of the reason I podcast.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
that was always the thing. I had a friend on here, and in high school we had like a boombox put in his locker,
Mhm.
and every night we'd take a cassette tape and record Loveline. We listened to it at his locker,
Nice.
at lunch, or and whenever we could, however much we could during that time. But yeah, dude, Loveline was fucking cool, man. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew, dude, that was some cool shit. That was
Yeah.
yeah, staying up for that nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Capitalism.
Yeah, that fucking Conan O'Brien, dude. Like
Capitalism.
yeah,
Jesus.
the fucking
Capitalism.
capitalism coming right at me, dude. Like coming for me, dude. Like there it is. Fucking nostalgia and capitalism fucking hitting me.
Oh man, during Halloween I was like I was searching up commercials for some reason, and this like nostalgia commercials came up, like Halloween nostalgia commercials, and I was watching it. It was like 45 minutes to an hour of just like commercials from Halloween time, like when we were kids. And I was just like, oh, this is so good. Capitalism. Capitalism.
Was it on YouTube? Like a
Yeah.
compilation?
Yeah, it was a
Cool.
compilation.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking cool. Like I like that a lot that they
Yeah.
do that. Like some of the Portland wrestling things that are on, like they kept the old commercials in there and shit, and like it's pretty cool. Like watching those old ones from there, and like local commercials, and yeah, dude, it's so dumb. Like we watch these fucking old commercials on YouTube, but then don't want to watch the commercials that are on right now. We pay to fucking not have to watch them. So we
Right.
go and we watch these old commercials. Capitalism.
Capitalism. Capitalism.
So, fucking get us, man. That's why we're fucking eating fucking tricks and shit.
Jesus.
I don't know. Last time I had
Jesus.
tricks, dude. I don't know when I had tricks, dude. It's probably been at least a decade. I remember I tried
Jeez.
it like 10 years ago. It's still weird.
Yeah.
It's one of
Yeah.
those Captain Crunch kind of
Mm.
things that sear the fucking top of your mouth, the roof.
Capitalism.
Capitalism, dude. Like, yeah, give you that fucking thing so you're fucking wanting it back, man. You want
Bro, I
what?
got
You want that shredded roof.
I got a box of chocolate Rice Krispies up above my
Oh
fridge.
shit.
It's fucking nostalgia. Capitalism.
Nostalgia, just capitalism, dude, coming at us, dude.
It's
Like,
just beating us in the face.
yeah, like you remember this, dude? You remember fucking watching commercials and like eating chocolate Rice Krispies fucking cereal? Yep. Okay, let's do this now.
Rockin' sock'em robots. Capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism. I got him. I don't got him, but like you gotta fucking you can get them. Man, like the fucking Pokemon, like how fucking great that was, dude. Like capitalism, gotta fucking
Capitalism.
catch them all, dude. Like I wasn't into fucking Pokemon like an anime. That was never something. I think you are.
Yeah,
You seem like you are.
I
It's
am
not
very much.
okay. Okay. Yeah. You gotta catch them all, dude. Like it's fucking
Capitalism.
capitalism is fucking brilliant. it's
Right.
fucking brilliant. Like, dude, you got to get all these. Like, if you don't get all of them, like, who are you, man?
Right. They're gonna start re-releasing VHSs.
Yeah,
Capitalism.
Cab, dude, man, I'm down to. Do I only? I have. Well, I have two over there. So I have one VCR for sale, two that I'm keeping, and a TV VCR.
You know what that
Fucking
is?
capitalism,
Capitalism.
capitalism. I'm fucking holding on to those things, dude, because I wanna watch it on there because it sounds and looks better, dude. I don't
Right?
want shit all fucking looking clean and nice. I want there to be some grittiness in that
Some
shit.
griminess. Capitalism.
Griminess, capitalism, griminess, dude. Gotta have it.
Oh shit. I would,
Shit.
yeah, dude, I would like they have this big flea market that's open
Oh,
all the time, right?
yeah.
And I came around the corner. Big ass section of VHSs with nothing but Disney movies. Capitalism.
Capitalism. And how much were they fucking charging? Because they're the black
$5.
diamond. Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. Capitalism. Dude,
Capitalism.
fuck those. Oh, man. I can't tell you how many people I see fucking put those at crazy fucking amounts because they heard one time on YouTube someone listed it for fucking this amount. What did it sell for? For like $1, $2.
Yeah.
But it just went around. It's like, oh yeah, dude, you get fucking shitloads of money. Capitalism is coming back.
Capitalism.
Coming
Capitalism.
back, dude. Fucking coming back, dude. Man, I bought those very, very rarely. I bought a few that were like, I don't know, kind of, they weren't like, I don't know, the more obscure ones to resell. And Beanie Babies, I bought a thing of Beanie Babies once. Capitalism,
Capitalism.
dude. I bought those, dude. And like, I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with them. Like, they weren't selling. And I think I had $50 into them. And I had like a big garbage bag full of them. And I ended up selling them
Wirching
to
them. Oh,
someone. What?
wirching
I
them.
should, yeah, I should have. I was about to because it was just in a big box at first, and
Shit.
like get the fucking box out. Like, what this isn't selling. It's a big box, and then someone who was like a ski instructor for kids bought them. Actually, go and like throw them out and use them as like things to go around, or like have them put them on their head to keep their fucking head level while they're going down the hill. Um,
Capitalism.
Capitalism, fucking, they thought like that's what I need. I need fucking Beanie Babies, dude. So, yeah, man, fucking capitalism, dude. COVID fucking hit us with capitalism
Hmm.
hard, dude. And yeah, that's, I just went for it now. Like, yeah, now I have all these records and nudie magazines now behind me or in front of me. So if you're ever in the fucking, if you guys need some nudie magazines, I can get you nudie magazines.
Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie
Nudie magazine
Magazine
day.
Day.
Yeah, dude. And that's what it was, dude. It was like a fucking great nudie magazine day. And,
Capitalism.
capitalism. Bringing us
Capitalism.
back to fucking 1993,
Jesus Christ.
90, maybe 94.
Land of the bush.
Yeah, I definitely have some in here with some fucking big bush, big bush in here. I got some old ones.
Oh, how 70s of you.
Yeah, dude. Capitalism, capitalism. So, dude, okay. Uh, were you in the age of or area of where people would put nudie magazines in the out in the forest in the woods, like in a tree, like
No.
what, dude? Okay, I maybe it was like I was in the very tail end of it, or where I lived. There was stuff with that, but yeah, that was kind of a thing, and I didn't realize that until I started talking about it with someone like a year or two ago. Uh, and I guess people would just, it was like, you know, take a penny, leave a penny kind of a thing. You could leave your old fucking nudie magazine out in the tree. Um, but I mean, yeah, where I was, I mean, it was always raining, so it wasn't as practical as it would be in some other
Very
places.
sticky.
Yeah, very sticky. Yeah, dude, I had some guy make an offer to me with requesting something like that off of eBay.
No way.
Yep, way. And I was like, no, I'm good, dude. I'm
Oh,
good. And I'm
sweet.
like,
That's like on the level of asking for feed pictures.
right. Yeah. And
Uh,
so, dude, also another thing, wrestling fans asking for stuff, dude. Let me tell you about the women wrestlers and
oh,
the messages they've gotten. Um, if
I
you can
can imagine.
imagine it, it's happened. If you
Oh,
can imagine it, it's happened. It's like fucking. It's kind of like rule number 34 of the internet with
I
making porn. You know,
there-
it's kind of the
there's
same as if you can think of it. It's
there's been somebody that's on WWE that I know used to sell her shit, literal shit to people.
sure, dude. I don't doubt it. And there's, I mean, if they're fucking doing it and people are doing it, people want it, there's a demand, sure.
Supply
Okay.
and demand.
Yeah, dude. But if you get creeped out by that shit, just fucking close everything down. Like, if you're a woman
Shut it
wrestler,
down.
you're going to get creepy shit.
Yeah.
Even if you're like, you go and you're wearing like a full bodysuit or a burqa or something, like, dude, you're still going to get fucking people
I want to smell
questioning.
your sweat.
Uh-huh. Dude, yeah,
Oh,
dude, yeah. Dude, I mean, as a guy, dude, I got fucking a fair amount, but I can only
no.
imagine what fucking women get.
Holy, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
From
yeah,
both men and women?
yeah, 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 dude, it's fucking weird. Weird, more men, much more men.
That's
Uh,
surprising.
yeah, well, the wrestling fans. There's not a lot of wrestling fan women that are as into requesting things as
Mm,
men.
mm.
Seems to be more of a guy thing.
This is weird.
Yeah,
It's a tad weird.
yeah, kind of weird. So, but you're just like, okay, well, thank you. Let me pass you off to somebody who may be more open to this.
Might help you.
Yeah,
I can't help you,
like,
but let me get you to somebody that can.
yeah, like, here you go. Sure, I'll fucking jerk off on your face and slap you in the fucking back of the, back of the leg 6 times. Well, dude, what? So one time before I was a wrestler, man, I had this guy, man. Ah, so he fucking told me this story about how he was like got with this woman, and she was of Asian, I think, descent,
Mhm.
and her family was very like, he got her pregnant or something, and her family was very conservative, and to they wanted to punish him, and they said, and so he told me this, and he said, he's like, how old are you? And I was like 27 or something, maybe somewhere in there. It's like, okay, well, I see you're kind of a strong guy. I'm like, yeah, no, not really, but kind of, I guess. You work out, and he's like, well, so what I want you to do, because if they're into this, my family, I think they'll be into this. Her family, I want you to tie me up in a chair, and I want you to whip me every hour on the hour until I pass out from the pain for 27 hours. Every hour on the hour. and I will give you X amount of money. And then he said, but if you want X amount of money plus Y amount of money, at the end of this, I want you to take a dull butter knife and slowly grab my nipple and saw it off.
What?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. That was an interesting one. Um I don't I don't even know, man. I had a punchline for that before. It was
Holy
my first jokes I used to tell, but I forgot the punchline. But it was a real story.
capitalism.
Capitalism. Yeah, yeah, dude, fucking capitalism, dude. Like I could have made that money. It made me. I could have thought about all those things I could have bought with this capitalism for
Right.
fucking whipping a guy until he passes out for 27 hours, 27 times.
And then slowly
On
sawing his nip.
slowly sawing his nipple off with a dull butter knife.
Jesus Christ.
Capitalism,
Capitalism.
dude,
God, I
unreal.
fuck that's like changed the trajectory of like my day. Now I'm just gonna be like, okay, get away from my nipples, everybody.
Yeah, unless you only if you have a dull butter knife. If it's sharp, then it's don't worry about it, man. If someone's coming at you with a sharp knife, you know
It's not going
immediately.
to your it's not going toward your nipple, but a dull one will
Right, a dull one, dude. You see that shit? Watch out, watch out.
run the other
So
way.
I was telling my friend about it. My friend and I were mutual acquaintances of this guy, and I guess he said that he's told him the same thing to do it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that
Wow.
was a thing we got to bond over. That was
Bonding over trauma.
bonding over trauma, dude. You know, that it happens a lot. It happens a lot. There's a lot of bond over trauma.
Yeah.
Um, that's why we have these shows, man. Like bonding over trauma, because capitalism and fucking nostalgia, dude.
Capitalism and nostalgia.
Yeah, it's just what
Jesus.
what we do, man. Why not? Why not, dude?
God damn it, Rusty.
Yeah, it's what we fucking do, man. And I'm happy we get to do this kind of
Yes.
stuff, dude. But I feel like I'm holding you up, and I'm blibber blabbing about jibber
Nipples.
jabbing and nipples and telling stories I shouldn't tell. I don't know if I've even told that story on this podcast. I've
There's
told
a
them in
first for
comedy shows.
everything.
Yeah. So yeah, today you get some fucking stories.
My jaw hurts from laughing.
Good. That's the kind of show that you have. That's what happens here on the Public Access Podcast,
Public
and
access.
on your shows, which I've been on 3 of,
Yeah.
which and now you have 17. And so what are your links for people to see you, to see or listen to you? Where
Oh
can they
man.
go?
You
I'll
can
place it too.
okay, you can find me anywhere. You listen to podcast, Recover Out Loud podcast, or Beyond the Veil. You can find me at Beyond the Veil as well. That's my supernatural show, paranormal show. My link tree. You can look up my link tree and see everything I'm doing. And yeah.
Cool. That's easy. And yeah, I'll put the links in there so you guys can find it. And I already did the thumbnail. Thumbnail is done. So yeah, dude, thanks for coming on. Because someone yesterday wanted to no show, and you told me if someone ever no shows, how's your new couch?
Oh man, the new couch is nice, man. Really
Cool.
fucking. It's stiff and
That's
it's
good.
thin.
You
Not
don't want
thin.
Yeah, you don't want a couch you get too comfortable on.
Yeah, I
Then
do.
you get fat. Then you get fat and your fucking back starts hurting.
I want a couch where I can sit there and I can look at TV and then I wake up 5 hours later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's what I had. You don't want it. You think you want it until you want it, or until you have to move, and you have to move a big fucking heavy couch.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Now I just have 2 chairs.
Yeah.
Two,
I've
two
got
little chairs.
a long couch, and then we have a small chair, and then this massive weird ottoman that's like cylindrical. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. It's not like a regular ottoman, like square. It's like cylindrical and long. It's probably about as long as the couch.
And you just throw your feet up there and boom and boom.
Yeah. Boom to boom.
All right. That sounds like a good plan.
Bing bop boop.
Did you ever watch Kayfabe the movie?
I have not.
Okay.
I have to watch it.
That should be your homework.
It's gonna be my homework.
That's gonna be your homework, man. It's on YouTube. The whole movie.
Okay.
Kayfabe the movie. It's about wrestling.
Okay. I'm putting it in my notes right now.
Yeah.
Kayfabe the movie.
Yeah. It's like a mockumentary about wrestling.
Okay. It's in my notes.
Cool. All right, dude. Well, thanks for being on, man, and fucking good seeing you, man. And yeah, I'll have to come back on your show so I can book myself and get people's live reaction when I decide to book myself on their show. So I can be like, so can I come back on your show?
I mean, you already know that. You already know you
Okay.
can. You're always
All right.
welcome.
Let me know, man, when you got an opening, and I'll fucking do some capitalism.
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 All right.
All right.
I gotta go take a number 2.
Cool. All right.
All right.
Enjoy it. Right. Okay. Well, so you got number 1 and number 2. That's all you guys were here. So thank you guys for being here and listening or watching wherever you are. Thank you for making it to the end. That was over 2 hours, so maybe about 2 hours. I guess we talked for a little bit. But thank you everybody for listening here on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. I'm your host, Rusty Diamond, and that is the show. Man. Oh no.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.